Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth. I am back again for your February 2015 monthly tarot horoscope. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Cancer. I had to stop my video for a second, but I had already really gotten into a spread, but I'm going to go back and do it again because um, second time's the charm. And I always kind of just go straight through. I don't do any editing or anything like that. I'm just not that technical, I guess. So, the other thing I said is bear with me because I have a little bit of a cold. I've been kind of battling a cold for the last couple of days, and it's kind of just like kind of set in today, and I made some chicken soup and I'm drinking tea and all that. So just bear with the way I sound. I sound froggy, but I'm also wearing my frog earrings to send everybody financial mojo and juju, good juju for the month of February, because everybody could use more financial prosperity and mojo, I think. So anyways, I am still doing private readings. If you want to do a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. The 1 hour is $75, the 2 hour is $150. I am doing a cord cutting tarot combo, which is 90 minutes, and that's $100. And then I'm still doing the yearly, which would be like a yearly overview, which would go from February 2015 to February 2016. I'm not sure if I'm going to be stopping those. Maybe in April. I'm not sure. It depends on how many people I get for those. So, without further ado, let's get into the reading. So, I started off with the foundation. The foundation is frustration. Okay. In the distant past, you were very, very frustrated, Cancer. There may have been some fighting, arguments. This is also where two people don't necessarily have to talk. There's just tension. There's just frustration between the two. It's just like you or your spouse, or you or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or to me, this can be a family too. This is the family. Family arguments, or family stress, family fighting, dysfunction, a lot of dysfunction. That's not a good foundation to have because it's not a happy place. It feels very much like you did not have what you might call a happy childhood. You may have had a lot of dysfunction in your childhood because of your parents. That's what it feels like to me. But for those of you who are older, maybe this is just relationship oriented. This is maybe, and for those of you who are younger too, you may have just been going through some stuff with your relationships. Interestingly enough, in the recent past, you have the exact opposite. You have the love and support from somebody in your life. You may have met somebody. To me, this feels very different from what the past was, the distant past. So recent past, you may have met somebody who you may have helped in some way, or you may have offered to support in some way. This could be like a new business venture or business partnership. And it just feels like Cancers love to be helpful. It feels like if you're a Cancer male watching this, it feels like you were really supporting a girl, okay? Or you met a girl and you really were kind of the foundation for her in the relationship. This could be your current relationship where you really support her and achieving her dreams, and maybe you would like it if she supported you more. These two can switch places, so it can be Cancer females supporting a guy. To me, it feels more like a guy is supporting, so Cancer males, that would be you, supporting a female in your life, achieve her dreams. It's a very positive relationship. It's teamwork. It's you and her versus the world, and it's very healthy. There's no competition between the two of you. It feels like completely opposite. This is competition and fighting. This is just not sort of meshing. This is total meshing. This is like total, like, you're inseparable. To separate for these two is very difficult because it's actually probably even painful because they make a good team. They work well together. Not everybody does. So if you have some in your life like that, Cancer, this is good for you. I feel like it's very, very healthy. And what's okay? So what the track that you're on is the Eight of Wands, and that's the wish card. So you got the wish card, and I usually pull a second card for what you're wishing for, but I don't need to because this is what's crowning you, and this is what's right above it anyway. So this is what you're wishing for is not to have to worry about bills, not to have to worry about collectors, not to have to worry about finances, not to have to worry about friend issues or girlfriend issues, boyfriend issues. It's just, you just want to be free from this constant worry. I feel like it's financially related. That's just what it feels like to me. You needed more sleep. You need to get better sleep. You're not getting the rest or sleep. You're not maybe sleeping all the way through the night. Maybe you're getting up halfway through the night for some reason. That's what you're wishing for, and you're going to get your wish, just so you know, in the month of February. I feel like things are going to ease up for you as far as finances, which is why I'm sending you good financial juju. Because you need it. You need that right now. What's crossing you is the Strength card. And the Strength card, there's several elements of the Strength card. In relationships, this is about control issues. Okay, it could be about control issues. Two people that someone wants to dominate. Usually it's the females that want to dominate the male. Okay, so Cancer males. The thing is to me, it doesn't feel like a Cancer male. It could be a Cancer male that has a strong Leo in his chart, strong Capricorn in his chart. If you're that person watching for Cancer and you're a guy, to me it feels like the lion in here, because it's a woman who's holding on to a lion's jaw that's controlling it. But the beast's letting her do that. So Cancer females, you may be in a relationship with either a Capricorn, a Leo, a Taurus, an Aries male. Or a Sagittarius that has a strong Leo presence, or a Sagittarius that has a strong Capricorn presence. Just so there's a lot of fire going on. And so the thing is on a good day, this relationship works because there's a partnership. Because for whatever reason, the one that's like wants to be tamed or needs to be tamed becomes tamed. On a bad day, the lion rips his head away from the girl and says, screw you, I'm going to go do what I want to do. Peace the fuck out. So it's very challenging to be in a relationship with this person for a long period of time. So Cancer females, it feels to me like your relationship is troubled, okay? Cancer males, it feels like there are control issues in your relationship. On a good day, like in a positive way, it could be that there is power, strength, and love in your relationship. It means you have the potential to be a power couple, okay? This is a power couple. This is a woman that is very strong. Who's with a man who is very strong and strong-willed. And they have to kind of come to a place of agreement, how things are going to go. So it's very important to talk things through with this person. If you're the Cancer and you're trying to work on this male, you've got this issue with power struggles in your relationships, then you need to talk things out, because you can come to a place of balance, of agreement. And when you come to that place of agreement, things will be better. If you can't come to a place of agreement, then that's when that's when you need to make the decision. Is this really going to work for me? That's the thing. To me, it's a very positive card because it's the strength card. It's being strong. It's being strong. It's also taming the beast within, overcoming that side that wants to be bad. Okay, and the beast can be a person that just wants to be bad sometimes. And the beast can be inside of you, that part of you that just wants to be bad, that just wants to go out and screw everything that walks, that just wants to go drink its head off, that just wants to go party and just not answer to anybody and just wander and just be wild, If you're younger, that needs to kind of come into some balance. You need to learn boundaries, and you need to learn limits, and you need to learn that you have the strength to not give in to that side of you, okay? Because that's what being an adult is. We don't go off, every day being wildcats because it doesn't work. Not 100% of the time. You just can't function irresponsibly as an adult when you're being that way. Some adults try it and they fail miserably. They end up in rehab, they end up in jail, they end up with a lot of STDs, they end up with a lot of crazy shit happening to them because they don't know limits. So for those of you who are younger, it is a lesson in growing up, in maturity, this strength card. For those of you who are older, you may have already tamed the beast within, but you have issues with control in your relationships. Who dominates? Who's got the power? And it goes back and forth. Strength is an amazing thing. People underestimate that all the time. It's a quality, an amazing quality to have. For a strong woman, Cancer, if you're this person, for you to be a strong woman, power to you. Don't let anybody stop you from being a strong woman. If you're a strong male, same thing. Strong males, though, because to me, the male is the beast here in this, strong males need to learn limits. But also, it's okay to be a strong male. It's okay to want to be more, It's okay. What you don't see coming is that there's fate that's kind of part of your life. Fate, or God, has stepped in, or is going to be stepping in and saying, no, this isn't good. The way you're going is not the way you're supposed to be going. So we're going to realign you to over here. The way you're supposed to be going in a new direction with this person, okay, which is a completely different relationship. Again, Cancer. I think you guys had some tricky relationships. You have had some tricky relationship stuff going on, which needs to get sorted out. Because I feel like it's still kind of going on. You still have 1, 2, 3 women in your life if you're a Cancer male. And you need to be kind of going in this direction with this girl. Who that girl is actually in your life, I can't tell you. I can tell you that this is someone who has big dreams. Maybe they want to buy a house. Maybe they want to start a family. Maybe they want to settle down. Maybe Cancer, you may not be at that point yet. But that's kind of where you're supposed to be. Maybe you're dealing with taming the beast for a reason. Maybe that's going to come to an end because it's not supposed to be where you go on, dicking around town, anymore. You need to tame the passions, tame those passions. I feel like Cancer, the ones that are watching, I feel like you do have strong Leo in your chart. I feel like you have some strong fire. You've got a lot of fire energy right now going on in your chart. On an emotional level, it is hard for you to open up. It's hard for you to open up. You're very closed. You got the miser card. On an emotional level, your emotions are tied in with your finances. The more money you have, the more you feel like opening up. The less money you have, the harder it is for you. And I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's just a level, it's a security thing, where you feel more secure when you have more money. But to have the miser in the position of emotions is a difficult place. Because that means your emotions are dependent on finances. And finances come and go. Maybe you haven't had the money. Maybe you haven't had money in a long time, Cancer. But at the same time, life is not about money. Life never will be about money. If you're not that person, there's several elements to the miser card, and people get it wrong. When I talk about the miser card, people people are very sensitive, and I'm not calling names here, Cancer. I'm just telling you this is the way I see this card being. This card is about two main things. It's about the money, and it's about and money, greed, and selfishness. That all goes together in one kind of category. And the other category is not being open, being closed, being not giving. For some reason, you're not able to emotionally give to somebody. Or maybe you're not in a place where you want to give emotionally to somebody. You're closed. And you need to become open on an emotional level in order to actually maybe receive more abundance. And actually, for Cancers, I believe, it's ironic we're talking about the Leo, but for Cancers, loyalty, the more they're loyal, the more money they will attract into their life, interestingly enough. Because Cancer's financial house is ruled by the second house, and that's Leo. So you actually need to be more giving in order to attract more financial abundance into your life, which means you need to become more open, which is difficult for the sand crab because crabs live in a hole, and they have that tough shell, and I think of Cancers like a clam, actually. They're the sea clam, they're sealed tight, But the thing is, once they open up, there's so much goodness inside that it's worth the wait. So if you're watching this for someone who's a Cancer, this person may eventually open up. It's going to take time, though. So this is where it gets really tricky, because I feel like what's coming is a breakup. To move on from an old relationship, because you got the reverse of the Three of Swords, which is healing. Okay. Healing. It says a time of healing, to take time off to recover from the death of a loved one or to miss a loved one. But it says moving on from past relationships to better ones. So in my mind, in order to move on, there needs to be a breakup. Breakup, divorce. I don't feel like it's as much divorce as it is. It's kind of like a breakup. So a lot of you may be thinking about, this is the position of your attitude. So you may be thinking about breaking up with someone, maybe thinking like better to move on to greener pastures, and it would behoove you to do so. But you need to take time for that process. It's not going to just happen where it's like you break up with that person and the next day, boom, you're back at the club. It's just. And that, speaking of which, so what happens after this healing, it just feels like it's very draining for you. Very draining. For some reason, it's like Cancer females, it's like you just jumped off a cliff and you're about to hit the ground, and it's scary and it's going to hurt and it. And it's draining you. And maybe this would be a time where I would tell you to call me email me for a private reading, because you're going to want to have the cord of attachment unhooked from this person, because they're ripping a hole in your aura. and it's not healthy for you to continue on without having that undone. On an energetic, I mean, you could, but it's just going to continue to drain you. It's just going to continue to feel very draining. Cancer men, it may be that the girl that, that if you're breaking up with someone, the girl that you're breaking up with someone feels just so, like, upset and devastated about it. Maybe she's really, really upset. But the thing is you need to ride this out. You need to, both Cancer females, Cancer males, need to ride things out and just let things play out. And there's also this fear of getting hurt. Maybe it's weird because it's like you're afraid after you've just been hurt of getting hurt again. To me, it's just a lot of fear energy, a lot of fear. Maybe maybe you're afraid that you hurt somebody. Maybe you did hurt somebody. You didn't want to hurt somebody. Cancers don't, because cancers are so emotional. They don't want to hurt somebody. So maybe you need to heal and you need to move on, but maybe you know that the breakup is going to hurt somebody. Maybe you just know that, and it's just like you don't want to do that. But at the same time, you need to move on. It's like one of those things. I just feel like it's one of those things where Cancer females, you're scared. The guys are scared too. To me, it feels very much, there's so much fear. Everybody's so scared of what's going to happen here. And you're, drained out from this breakup. At the same time, you will heal. Because this is just the way things go. They always say time heals all wounds, I would call, like I said, I would email me, do some special healing work. I can help you with this. I can help you get past this. It's just like, okay, so I want to pull up another card to see what comes next, because I don't want to leave you kind of hanging. Literally, it's like you're hanging, you're dangling there on this, actually you're not even dangling. You've fallen off this cliff. It's sort of just like, you're cruising, you broke up, and now you're just like going over the edge, and it feels very much out of control. That's the thing. But at the same time, that's how it works. When you break up with someone, it's a breakup for a reason. It hurts. Maybe it's painful. It's scary. It's a little bit just traumatic. It feels very out of control. Cancers don't like to feel that way at all. But it needs to happen because you can't cling on. See, this is the Cancer challenge. You can't cling on to everybody that comes in your life, because not everybody in your life is going to be good for you. They're just not. Some people are going to be really good and some people aren't. And you need to distinguish when to let go and when to hang on. That's what the Strength card's about. There you go. Knowing when to hang on and when to let go. That's what the Strength card is. See, the thing is, I don't know. Sometimes I flip my deck and I don't even realize it, and then I do the reversals. Not going to do that card, because I wasn't sure if I was doing reversals or upright. So let's just go back. Okay, I'm going to pull another card. There we go. It's the Ten of Wands. Feeling like you're alone with the responsibilities. So maybe you broke up with someone. Maybe you're getting a divorce in February. And now you're just kind of carrying the burdens of your life all by yourself. And it's no fun to really do it alone. But maybe you go it alone for a little while. And maybe, you kind of cool off a little bit. But to me, that's kind of how it feels. And it's interesting to me because you're going to come to a point later on, maybe in March sometime. I'm giving you a little preview here now, okay? Maybe towards the very end of February you will. You're going to want to choose a new direction. You're going to be undecided. But to me, these two kind of come together, okay? This is somebody who's very undecided. And this is two people who are doing it together. Or this is somebody who's moving, or this is somebody who's made a decision to completely go someplace else in their life. So for a while, maybe end of February, early March, you're going to feel very undecided, okay, about what to do next. What comes next? Do you get into a relationship next? Do you fly solo for a while? You might want to fly solo for a while. And then I feel like you're going to meet another person. Or it's going to be somebody that you already know, that you decide to either get into a relationship with, or you make a decision to kind of like move in a different direction, you know. I feel like some of you maybe have a friend like in mind that you like, and that may turn into something more later on. Things for a while after this breakup may take time for you to just heal and get past it and take time to get over it. But you are going to move on eventually. It's going to take some time, Cancer, because Cancers cling on to things, and you're going to need to practice letting it go. How do you move on from this kind of thing? How do you let this kind of thing go? Well, you focus on other things. You occupy your mind with other things. Occupy your mind with work. Occupy your mind with maybe doing fun things, going out more, just doing some alone time, having some alone time, doing some journaling, some writing, reading some good books. Just like occupy your mind with different things, and you will get past this eventually. It may take more time than what you think it will, but I feel like it will happen. So that is all for right now, my lovely Cancers. I wish you so much love and so much financial prosperity, and big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. All the best.